You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, right? So I don't need a man that's political. Like, so the thumbnail is a picture of Karen Bass. Is Rick Caruso? I done messed it up. I might have messed it up. But that's a Los Angeles mayoral race. And shout out to Dr. Tia Johnson for bringing this up. How Snoop is endorsing the white guy. He's trying to, his thing is dealing, one of his issues that he wants to tackle is homelessness. And Snoop is getting behind that. But part of this conversation is, you know, sisters are like, guys are voting more Republican and less Democratic, or is leaning that way. And, you know, and what's going on with these black men, and it's a different generation or different demographic who we're not just wholeheartedly tied down to the quote unquote Democratic Party. And sisters are having an issue with this, but, you know, from the Simone Sanders, you know, we don't want your unsolicited opinions. You know, Luke had to say something recently to the with Brittany Cooper, you know, always blaming black men for anything that she can find, to the, you know, the BLM movements of the world where, you know, black men die and then it's politicized, and then ladies come together and hijack a movement and are supposed to be the talking heads of it. You know, to what was that? The stripper commercial, you know, get your booty to the pole. Because this is the only thing we'll be worried about voting for. Oh, she thick, so I'm gonna vote. I'm voting for whoever she say. Like, and you know, to say women haven't made great strides in the last 40, 50 years would be a lie, especially black women. That'd be a lie. Y'all made great strides. And guys are saying it was at the expense of the men. And part of this I don't need a man mentality is actually political, because all of these support systems were politically funded and politically cultivated to make sure that, you know, men were a secondary or a third option, a topic to talk about. The fact of the matter is, ladies feel like, hey man, this is where the welfare queen thing and the welfare state comes from, is the political aspect of, you know, the government would support women, not women and children as the black community, and not the whole family with the father involved. Which, okay, we get that. But then we got these ideas where ladies think they're killing it, and, you know, white women are the biggest benefactors of affirmative action, then black women, and I don't even know where we are as black men on that totem pole, because you got to include the people of color. So of course you don't need a man, because it's really politically in the fine print that you're a double minority, right? I don't know how, but whatever. So the I don't need a man thing becomes pivotal, because you're seeing guys who, we're adults, we're looking at what's in it for us as a group, kind of like the Ice Cube thing with, you know, Cocktails with the Queens. Aren't black women part of black people? No, they're different. Wait, I mean, culture shock. He had to find out. So that means we're separate. You know, we're separate and we're not equal. But we're somehow together. Now, the reason why I say all of that is to say this. if you don't need us politically, and you don't need us, quote unquote, in the home, you don't get to turn around and speak for us. Because that's part of the political thing is, it looks as if in media and social media, everybody is speaking for black men except for black men, especially heterosexual black men. So you got our women, quote unquote, speaking for us. We never asked you to speak for us, but you decided to do it because, it's a political win. You got the homosexual guys who trying to speak for black men, but they're not heterosexual black men. Don't know what they're talking about. But it's more of those intersectionality politics kind of thing. So since you don't need us, but when we vote outside of your personal interest, it's a problem. And the problem is we don't have an interest in your interests because obviously black men and black women have completely different experiences. And now we have completely different ideologies, which means we have completely different political views. So we've accepted that politically y'all don't need men or need black men. You don't need no man in no way, shape, form, or fashion. There's a lot of things that set up for women in general to benefit and be benefactors of. But this separation comes at a price. And the price is brothers are not going to help sisters keep getting these freebies at our expense. So we're going to vote in our own economic interest. And since you don't need me, I don't need you, we can vote our separate ways and go our separate ways. And being black is not going to cover it because black women aren't necessarily black people. And black men, we're going to be our own separated group too. So it was good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You don't need me, I don't need you. Now we're going to see how this works. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one. Peace.